If I were to pick a fight between Rocky Balboa or Lou Bloom, probably would pick Rocky. No doubt. Nightcrawler stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Rene Russo, Riz Ahmed, and Bill Paxton, and is directed and written by Dan Gilroy. This movie is about Jake Gyllenhaal's character called Lou Bloom, who's kind of a psychopath, pretty crazy guy. He tries to live the American dream, and he does this by filming crime scenes, selling the video to the news. And at this point, he keeps filming stuff, and he gets really good at it. And he kind of is starting to commit crimes himself. And the other characters in this movie are very crazy as well. You have the other director of the newscast, played by Rene Russo. I think her name is Nina. And then you have his assistant, and then you have Bill Paxton's character, who's kind of like the laid-back guy, but he's the reason why he started into it, so he's an important character. For those characters, they're pretty well-written characters. You know, it shows kind of innocence, a kind of cool guy, but then it shows two psychopaths, and those are probably the main players in this very bizarre but also entertaining movie. The performances in this movie are really good, especially Jake Gyllenhaal. He probably gives one of the best performances of 2014, in my opinion. He just seems so different. It was unrecognizable, and also he lost a lot of weight, which doesn't really mean anything. But honestly, it's hard to really imagine anyone else playing the role. He also had this different persona. Like, he seemed like a different person, like a character. And when you look at something and say, hey, that's a character, then you know that the actor's doing a really good job. And the writing in this movie is also very good. Dan Gilroy, who also directed it, wrote it. It's basically a lot of conversations. It's a really heavy dialogue movie. But the dialogue in this movie is very smart and witty, but also dark. And it always describes the characters, especially Lou. When it's between Lou and Nina, and Rene Russo's character, it's almost exciting because you want to know who's going to win in the argument. And the dialogue for Lou is very well written, especially when he's describing his dreams and aspirations and how he looks at things, and it's just really good writing. The directing was, it was okay, but honestly he did a really good job, especially with all the things he had to do. Mostly the night sequences, which is the entire movie because it's called Nightcrawler, were very well made. The cinematography was amazing. It just showed this kind of underbelly and dreary and dark Los Angeles city. And also, the day sequences weren't, amazing, but still, it was well directed. And also a car chase sequence. That was probably the most exciting part of the movie. It was well directed. There's no shaky cam. There's no handheld. It's just using cranes, and then it's following them, and it was really entertaining and exciting. The plot of this movie has my flaw. I'm going to get to that later, but it's kind of really inspiring because it has that American dream kind of thing. And the themes in the plot are very heavy. They're also talking about the news and the media and how realistic it is. It really shocked me. It was very realistic. It showed this one scene. It showed how they do it like an actual broadcast. It's not live, but they still actually like right now I'm doing it. The way they did it is how I'm doing it right now, and it was very suspenseful. The characters were interacting, and it was very entertaining as well. The editing in this movie was also very, very well done. It didn't seem all choppy. It was very well ordered, and also the editing and some montages were great, especially in the car chase sequence. For my flaws with the movie, it had to do with the plot, like I said before. There's this one part which is kind of nitpicky of me, but still, they kind of skipped over a lot, and I thought, well, maybe you could have done more character development, or maybe you could have put just one thing called a year later, because he had a Honda, and then you got a Mustang, so it's kind of a lot of stuff missing between that. And also my second flaw is probably the ending of the film. The ending just kind of felt abrupt, and I didn't feel like I learned anything from it. And I just kind of wish that there was more consequences, and I'm not going to spoil it, but I just wish there was more to it. But otherwise, guys, Nightcrawler is an amazing movie. I recommend it to anyone who wants to see it. It has great direction, screenwriting, performances are amazing, cinematography and editing. I'm going to give it an A-, and you should definitely see it. It's one of my favorite movies of 2014. And subscribe and comment below. Tell me what you think about this movie. And otherwise, I'll see you later. Thank you very much.